Hi guys, Zerkaa here, and welcome back to my Ultimate Team series called Willmall. I have to always remember to say Willmall and not Mill. It's so hard not to do that. But yeah, this is the series that I always seem to I upload. I'm like, yeah, I'll start loading this again, and then like a week later, there's no upload still of it. I don't know. I seem to focus more on career mode for some weird reason. Like I really do enjoy playing Ultimate Team. I think, as I said before, I have a reluctancy to play and record. Due to the fact of my record that was actually quite decent, and I was like almost hell-bent on maintaining it, but I don't know, for no reason. Like why do I care? Like it doesn't really matter at all. I mean, if I want to get a good record, I can go out and buy like a ridiculously higher price team on my other account and go out and get a good record. When this one should be more about having fun and stuff. So that's what that's my kind of attitude is going to change, and you're going to see why it changes in this episode. And pretty from the title of this episode, you can already see what's going to happen. Spoiler alert. So yeah, first of all, I went and signed Sessegnon. I signed him purely because I wanted to find some new players, and when in my last episode I asked who to buy, Sessegnon popped up in here and there, and I actually have a friend, a real life friend, who came around once, and he had Sessegnon in his team, and he was actually really good. I was really surprised at how good he was. So I thought I'd give him a try. I mean, obviously I got Lana and Tarat there already, but I thought I'd give him a try regardless of that. And I go into this game against this guy called FC Untouchables. Now I noticed prior to even playing this game, I've been playing a lot of career mode, and I've noticed something. When you switching between career mode and Ultimate Team is quite difficult. Usually you'll find people that complain they'll go between head to head. Like people say that if you're good at Ultimate Team, you won't be good at head to head. And it's just like kind of it's one of the things, you're either good at one or you're bad at the other. Purely because the gameplay style is very different. Ultimate Team is a lot faster, and the way to like kind of break down a team is a lot different usually, and it's quite varied. Especially again, like obviously in comparison to breaking down someone who's actually there playing an Ultimate Team, and breaking down a computer in career mode, there's obviously a lot of difference. And where I've been playing so much career mode as of late and like quite recently, I realised how much of a difference and effect it had on my ability to play Ultimate Team. It dropped dramatically. So like usually I'd go if I play Ultimate Team, I tend, unless I'm up against a really good player, I tend to dominate the game, and that domination is reflected both on shots and my chances and just my general feel of the game. And then I went into this game and I didn't feel that, and I wouldn't necessarily say the guy was a good player, because if I'm playing someone I know they're a good player, I'm more than happy to say that they're either better than me or they're actually a good player. I'm more than happy to say that. But you know, when you're playing someone and they're just not that good, but you just can't seem to like create the chances and get the goals that you need, and you know that it's you making mistakes like unforced errors and stuff. And that was what was happening. I was actually 1-0 down, and Sessegnon scored both of the goals to get me back in the game, to put me 2-1 ahead. And I was very happy with him. Obviously, I just signed him, and he scored 2 goals, and basically looked like he was going to be my life saviour, because he put me 2-1 ahead and got me back from a losing position into a winning position in a very quick amount of time. However, over to the 69th minute here, and Flaney has the ball here, has a shot, and that deflects off of my player there, David Luiz, and goes in, which was pretty frustrating in itself. Obviously, just got a deflected goal. Then Bent gets the ball here, plays it to Torre, and I think Torre gets tackled there, and it was a penalty. And to be fair, it was a soft penalty, but it was a penalty. I did stop him from turning. I didn't press anything, but my player was in the way and stopped him from turning. And Bent did take that penalty, and he put that top left, and I dived the right way, but I was too far to the right hand side initially, so I wasn't able to save that. And I went on, and I was like, I need to get a goal. I went full on sweat mode, because I did not want to lose that win streak that I had. Obviously, I was on like a 40 win streak for this game, and I pulled a goal back in the 90th minute there, and I was so happy. Like, you know, I was just like, I'm not someone who tend to get like overreact over games. I don't tend to like shout and stuff. But I actually had a massive smile on my face at this point. I was like, yes. Since I was in the Skype call, and I had a little bit of a celebration. Straight away, he goes on, and Podolski's on the right hand side, and he has a little bit of an altercation there with Luiz. I mean, whether or not that was a penalty is very debatable. I mean, they was running next to each other, and David Luiz took the ball away from his feet, and then he falls over, and they give a penalty, and the guy scored it. Fair play to him, he did score it, and he made it 4-3, I believe that makes the score, and he actually won that game 4-3, so that was my win streak over. And at that point, that's where I was like, I completely changed my thoughts, and I was just like, you know what, sod it, who cares, like, I've lost the game, record's over. Not the record's even over, because it's still a very good record. I was just like, no, sod it, I'm just going to have fun with this now, because I was getting annoyed at myself that I wasn't actually going out and playing Ultimate Team. I wasn't recording it, because to be honest, most of you guys, I think the Ultimate Team series does better view-wise, and I think it's just better for potential growth on YouTube itself, because obviously there's a wider audience for Ultimate Team than there is for career mode, so I should be focusing on this. And obviously with this, there's a lot of room for like improvement, originality. There's a lot of room for creativity and doing different stuff than other people. When career mode, you're kind of stuck in your ways. There's not really that much extra you can do. I mean, everyone's going to end up signing the same players, and it's still going to have the same path. When Ultimate Team, anything can happen. So I'm kind of thinking about switching up the series. I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, obviously I've got my BPL team. I might try and make some random teams throughout this series. I might try and incorporate a different series within this series. I might have I've got an idea for a series basically. It basically involves me playing as crappy teams in Ultimate Team, because I'm always someone who really likes playing as an underdog. So I might incorporate that into this series, or I may have it as a complete individual series in itself. But anyway, we're going to our next game here, and there's something else I want to talk to you about as well, and discuss with you. And you guys can leave comments on both of or anything I discuss in this video. You can leave a comment with your opinion on it, and that'd be very helpful. And in any video I ever talk, in any video, if I ever pose a question or a thought, if you have a reply, or if you have a thought and like something you can add on to that, or something you want to reply to it, then please leave a comment. It really does help. The more interaction I can get with you guys, the better I can make these videos anyway. So we're going to our next game here, and again we go 1-0 down, and I couldn't get a goal. I should have got a goal back there. I mean, but he headed it instead of volleying it or trying to bicycle kick it. Remy puts a cross in here to Jarvis, who goes for the bike that time when he could have just slotted it in, which is annoying. And it's a crappy bike as well, hit against the floor. Sturridge gets the ball there and shoots, and that is saved. And then we move on again. It's 84th minute. Put a cross in. Couldn't get a header on that, and it falls to Sessegnon on the edge of the box, and he scores again, being my saviour. It looked like he was going to be my saviour anyway, with that 85th minute goal there to get me the draw. See from the replay there, just fell to on the edge of the area, and he put it near post for a nice, powerful shot. But then he gets the ball here. I think it's after this altercation here. He has a shot there, hits the post, and that should have gone in. And then luckily I got a bicycle kick clearance there. And then I go and progress on, and I have the ball here with is this Remy, I believe. I got my own Twitter logo here at the moment, I can't see. And Sessegnon gets the ball, passed it to Sturridge, bit of a tramp goal there, and I put myself 2-1 ahead. You guys thought I was going to lose, didn't you? Kind of tricked you there. To be honest, I'm not going to lie, I thought I was going to lose as well. I realised it was the next game that I'm going to lose. Spoiler again, sorry. Anyway, so we won that game 2-1, and Sessegnon and Sturridge picked up the goals for that game. And at that point, I was like, oh, maybe that was just a one-off game, that game previously. Maybe I was like, oh, maybe I just wasn't playing too well. So I then went on, and I jumped in my next. You see from the stats in this game, pretty close game. And to be honest, someone to get 9 shots and 7 on target against me, I'm disappointed in myself, because I consider myself someone who's a pretty good defender on FIFA. We're going to go against our next game here against a guy called I think his team is called the Arabs, and I don't know why it's called the Arabs, because his team doesn't really coincide with that title there. He has a bit of a mixture of a squad. He has PK and Vermeulen in defence with Sanya and Ashley Cole, Santi Cazorla, Juan Mata, Ramirez in the midfield, and then you got Lavezzi, Sturridge, and Walker. I think who that if that was Lavezzi there. I wasn't too sure. I was like, who is that? And it's like, yeah, Lavezzi. But yeah, so then we move on into this game, and I'm not going to discuss the gameplay in this game, but you'll see, I was very unhappy with my performance in this game. That's what I'm going to say. I just felt, I was like, I'm playing so bad. Like, how bad am I at this game? And you'll see why throughout. Anyway, but so what I want to discuss is I was contemplating maybe switching up this series into something that is like live commentating, because some people have asked this before anyway. They said that you should live comment when you play. So I'm thinking about playing it live, because initially when I started recording this series, I streamed it, and I found that quite entertaining. I found it entertaining. I've seen people that was watching the stream found it entertaining. So if I live commentate the games and live commentate anything that I do, all I have to do is cut it up, and instead of me walking you through it like I do in career mode, it's kind of just like a compiled like montage of footage kind of thing, put together into one longer piece. So anything like, if you've seen like JJ's, like KSI's videos, or anyone else who does a similar thing like that, I think that'd be better for me, because then it varies a lot from my normal career mode series, and then it kind of differentiates this series from other people's series as well. Because at the end of the day, I think it's a bit tedious me doing the same process. I kind of get my meal series and my Willmall series confused sometimes. I think if I think of a live commentate it, I'll be much more inclined to record it more, and I think that my actual upload rate of it would be more often, and more what's the word I'm looking for here? My upload rate of it will be better. Basically, it will be more frequent. So if you think that's a good idea or not, then please leave a comment. Obviously, that's what I wanted you to guys. That was a question I wanted to pose to you guys at the end of this episode anyway. So if you think that is a feasible idea, an idea that would be good, then please do leave a comment saying so. And look at that goal there. That was the goal that I thought was going to happen in the last game. It didn't. So Ramirez scores that goal there because I'd equalised to make it 1-0 and I was happy with myself. And then he went out and got that goal from Ramirez and scored to make it 2-1. I mean, I was lucky to even be drawing in that game anyway. Like, I mean, he did create I created chances, he created chances. It was a bit of a crappy game in all. But yeah, lost that game. So it's our second loss of this episode and third loss of the series as a whole. It's a very disappointing episode, to be honest. And that's the end of this episode anyway. If you want to check out some Battlefield 4 gameplay, click on the left hand side of the screen. And if you want to check out my second channel, click on the right hand side of the screen as always. And I shall see you guys in the next episode. Please leave a comment with those kind of questions that I posed. And I shall see you guys soon. Goodbye.